Babards TV.
Let us
Bigger than
stand
such a
for
presenter.
prayer,
This is
please.
Nitro. NYTRO.
You're in tune to Babards TV.
Eternal God, we do give you thanks for this pleasant afternoon. Truly, we are blessed as a people. We thank you for journeying mercies. And we look forward that you will lead, guide, and protect us on this part of ground as we discuss problem pertaining to our community. We pray, oh God, that you will journey with us and enable all those who present the presenter to us this afternoon. We pray that all will work well. We ask you now, Lord, to guide continually your people and bless us as a nation, Jamaica, land we love. We give you grace and highest praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Babards
Please be
TV.
seated.
Hey,
Bigger than such a
you know
presenter.
this is Nitro. NYTRO.
You're in tune to Babards TV. What make you never have a what CD? You can fling with your DVD. Keep you locked to Babards TV. And we are locked on the whole country. From Mobiego straight to Senti. Tune in when you're there watching. This is Babards TV. Babards TV.
Everybody does a watch. Them a tell us if we turn it up a notch. We not fear when fear gonna watch. When fear gonna Babards TV. It is the best station. And it a running nation. We no care about pagan. Babards TV.
Good evening, everyone. Oh man, it's a good evening. Or good evening, everyone. Okay, sound better. Now, my colleague, Councilor Cook, the Mayor, Councilor Uma Davis, Caretaker Chin, all the agencies, NSWMA, Public Health, and the rest of the agencies, staff of the Municipal Corporation. I now say welcome to welcome all. And what a way to say it. Up in the cool hills of St. James. Now, as much as you want me to say the welcome, I know like any other communities, this community also has its challenges. So, as we ride along, we will talk about the challenges, discuss the challenges and see what we can do to move the way forward. So I wanted to sit back, enjoy the rest of the proceedings for the evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Members of the National Solid Waste Management Authority who is here. Members of the Public Health Department who is here. I think I passed Mr. Roach down the road from NWC. I heard that the Jamaica Constabulary Force was there. And you, the people who are here, again, a very good evening to you. I would start off by saying this, that local government is the closest government to the people. Local government is the closest government to the people. But I'm not sure if the citizens of Springfield and adjoining communities really understand this, that local government is the closest government to the people. I myself, as a councillor, I think I get more calls about roads, light, water, garbage, public health matters to do with police, sometimes even matters that does not even resonate with local government. So I am one person who can't hide my feelings and can't hide the obvious by saying that I am quite disappointed that we don't have a much better turnout at Springfield this evening. Because I know you have some challenges up here, and I'm sure that you would like to hear solution to these challenges. And as a result of that, I was expecting to see a more robust outturn, but I would say the evening is still young. Let's hope the footsteps of those who intend to be here is hastened, so they can come and they can ask their questions, and I'm sure they will be given the necessary answers. There's a matter that I would like to address, and I would like for those persons who like to carry information, and I see Rasasta Black here, I would like for it to be carried very, very accurate. Because there's one thing with me, when I speak, I hold no barb. And I speak straight, and I speak quite accurate. It has to do with that tank you see there. It has to do with that tank that you see there. Sometime in the previous administration, when Mayor Harris was the mayor, the then junior minister came to St. James and he toured the rapid response depot down by Water Commission, down by Bevan Avenue. During that time, as is now still, there were challenges in a number of divisions as it relates to water shortage. As such, the minister gave directive that tanks should be placed in some divisions, of which one was placed right here. If you notice, the color of that tank looked like the color of the truck. Am I right? Am I seeing right? Okay. So that is the color of the St. James Municipal Corporation. Blue and white. The tank was placed here. I can't tell you how it got here. But from time to time, that tank becomes an issue where what has happened since Mr. Wint became the councillor, realized that the hub on the tank was taken off. I don't know who took them off. But it is now becoming quite problematic, because the former councillor is now saying that the tank was given to him. Was given to him by Mr. Ian Hills, who was the minister then. To the best of my knowledge, no minister, no prime minister, no governor general, no councillor can give away government property. You can't. The procedure to even sell a government owned vehicle, it is so difficult that I don't know how you get it. Right? And to hear the former councillor now saying that the tank was given to him by Mr. Ian Hills, well, I am going to ask him something. One, I need to see that document that Mr. Hills signed over to him in giving him that tank. Because all along, before Mr. Wint came, we were of the opinion that these tanks were the property of rapid response. The tanks are now the property of local government, because since this new government came in, they have agreed now to hand over rapid response to the local government, of which the St. James Parish Council is a part of the local government. I am in charge of those tanks. To include these tanks, there are no minutes as tanks belonging to the St. James Municipal Corporation. So it is causing some problem. We had said that we need to brand all these tanks, and branding the tank means you put the name of the parish council and stuff on top. I heard, well, it was placed there, and I heard that the former councillor, I'm not sure, it is alleged that he came and took it off. It is alleged that he came and ripped off the sign, and the matter will be taken up with the Auditor General for them to carry out an investigation. Carry out an investigation. How and by what means can a minister give away a tank without the necessary documentation? Or if the councillor bite, if the former councillor bite, then he should be able to can produce a receipt that he has bought it.
Guy
but
always walking
suffice that to say,
camera.
The matter won't be ending today because we have to have closure as it relates to that tank. And I know that the St. James Municipal Corporation is in charge of that tank, and we will take steps to do the necessary as it relates to that tank. So this evening, as I said previously, we are here to bring local government closer to you, to allow you to ask the councillor the necessary question as it relates to what is happening in your division, to ask the public health as it relates to their function, to ask the NSWMA, which I know these are problems from time to time we got the calls about. And as a result of that, we decide to bring local government closer to the people, closer to you. I'm sure you have never seen central government of community meetings like this. 2 weeks ago we had one in up in Hampton. This week we are here. The next 2 weeks I think we're going into the Maroon Town division. And this is something that we do ever since I'm at the council. These are meetings that we have in communities to inform communities and to let them know, you know, these are the agencies that we sit monthly with to discuss matters that affects your community. So this evening, I am here to answer some questions. I know the major challenge that you're having in this era more so has to do with water. So far, we were able to put a system in Spring Garden. So those of you who are here from Spring Garden, and that system in Spring Garden, it was put there to the cost of some $21 million. But I'm hearing some disturbing thing. And it is so disturbing that, you know, I'm hoping it is not true, where persons are reluctant in wanting to connect onto the system legally. Right? You know how many communities across Jamaica would love to have a system like that down there? I don't know who are here from Spring Garden, but it is a system that can work like a gem for the benefit of the people. And you know the irony of it, you spend $4,000 or $5,000 per month to full a liquor 1,000 gallon 2 times, and you're getting water flowing through your pipe probably 2-3 times a week, and you see it as a difficulty in doing that. I say to the people of Spring Garden, reconsider your position. I don't think it is nice. When we took the initiative to have this project, the people were very happy, and I want them to continue to be very happy. Down in Barnet Bush, those of you are aware of the system down there, which Mr. Roach is here. And I guess he will tell you more about the Endeavour Bandang system. And that is where you get your water from, up into Barnet Bush and all these other areas up here. But there's a challenge down there, plus there's a challenge with the drought as we speak. But I'm here to answer your questions. So I will sit and listen to the other presenters.
His Worship the Mayor, Councilor Homer Davis, Councilor Wint, so members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The National Solid Waste Management Authority is responsible for collecting your garbage on a weekly basis. For your community, we normally come here on a Thursday. However, you may not see us every Thursday. Sometimes you may see us on a Friday or even on a Saturday. We want to apologize for the inconsistent collection, but just want to explain to you why the delay is. Sometimes we'll assign the truck to come into your community, but it develops a mechanical problem. When that happens, it's hard to find an alternative quickly to send in. However, we try as best as we can to ensure that you get at least one collection per week. I want to encourage you just to help us. One, we want to encourage you to bag your garbage. Don't just put them out as is. Yes, there's a ban on scandal bags. I know you can use up those that you have in stores. You can also use the garbage bags because those have not been banned. So use up your garbage bags, use up your feeding bags, bag up the garbage, put them in a drum. Ensure the bottom of your drums are pierced so that there's no breeding of mosquitoes. For a community like this, I want to encourage what we refer to as composting. So your banana skin, your yam skin, you don't have to put those out to go in the truck to head to retirement. You can always, even if you have a little box, you can put your yam skin, your banana skin, and just watch it. It will break down, and you can always use that back as fertilizers. For your bulky waste, your old stove, your old fridge, your old washing machine, don't just put them out on the main road. I'm going to give you my number at the end of the presentation, as well as a number for the inspector. You call us, and we'll make arrangement to come and pick it up. So don't just put it out there.
Babat's TV. Hey. Bigger than
WPM Waste Management and the National Solid Waste will continue to work with community, and we want to encourage community partnership. I was told earlier that you guys have a WhatsApp group, and I'm going to give you my number. Feel free to add me to it so that you don't just stay up here with your problem. You can get your response quickly once there's any issue relating to solid waste management. Of course, Councilor Wint does a good job of letting us know whenever there's an issue here, and he must be commended for that. But as a residents, I want to encourage you to add us to the group. You can always send us feedback for whatever issues you're having with solid waste collection. It is our intention to improve on collection. We've been promised some new garbage trucks, and as soon as those come on stream, I don't see where you should be having much of an issue. Right? My number is 482-3741. That's 482-3741. And Mr. Gilchrist, who is the inspector for the area, his number is 577-8079. So that's 577-8079. 482-3741. All right, so just want to encourage you to just remember that solid waste collection is not just WPM or National Solid Waste duty, but as citizens, we all have a duty to play in keeping our communities clean. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. His Worship the Mayor, Councilor Wint,
Well, this evening I'm here to talk to you about the water station in Springfield. It's not really a good situation. All right, Springfield has been served by the Enver system. That system was in operation for over 30 years. It's a system that's supposed to produce 500,000 gallons of water per day to this area. At present, we're producing about 150,000 due to the drought situation. Okay, another challenge we have is that this pipeline is AC pipeline, 6-inch AC that's served from Endeavour through Rushy through Barnett Bush to a storage tank on top of the hill. This pipeline is in a very bad situation. In last month we test 4.5 kilometers of pipeline that is from Endeavour to the entrance of Barnett Bush. We repaired a total of 21 leaks there. After repairing these 21 leaks, there are leaks surfacing again. That is clearly telling that this pipeline is in a very bad condition. At present, we are in some dialogue to see how we can get it done, because it don't make sense we continue to repair this pipeline. Because this pipeline, as soon as we fix it, the leaks will resurface because the giants are old, and once the pressure builds up, we'll find it leaks at the weaker point. This piece from Barnett Bush to Springfield, within the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing some tests, leak detection, flow measurement, to see how many leaks and how bad this section is. So you just have to bear with us. Right now, there's not much we can do after we finish all the paperwork and things like that. Then the decision will be made what we'll be doing with the pipeline. But right now, it's in a very bad condition. We are not able to get water into Springfield. I'll take the answers at the end when the question is ready to come. I'll take the question at the end.
His Worship the Mayor, Mr. Omar Davis, Mr. Wint, your Councilor, our constabulary force that serves us well in our community, and members of the community. Without you being here this afternoon, those of us who would have taken time out to be here would have to go in our vehicles and go home. We thank you for coming here. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Claudette Blair. I am not a nurse. I am not a doctor. I am a social worker by profession, but I work at the health department as a health promotion officer. I am representing my institution at this moment. As health personnel, we give quality care to those who come into our institution on a daily basis. So we have our health centers in the Morristown Health District, and if there's something that we cannot take care of, our doctors will give referrals so that you can take it to Cornwall Regional. We want to have healthy people living in a healthy environment. And that is why our department is so dissect, where you have the nutritionists, you have the mental health officers, you have the environmental officers, you have the public health inspectors, because there's something for all of us to do. We work with churches, communities, youth clubs, whatever the institution is in your community, whatever the problem is, we work with you. At this time though, we know that there is a dengue outbreak. Glad to say that there is no casualty in our area. And I also am sad to say that when the Vector team came out to do some scouting and to look at the different areas, the Morristown Health District was at the top as a risk area, where when they do the testing and get the samples, we would have been producing, we are producing a high index of the Aedes aegypti mosquito that carries this virus. One, we don't get water in pipe, so we rely on water from the rain, or drums, or little water holes, or little springs, and we breathe these mosquitoes. Look here now. There's something that we can do. And we tell you to get rid of the breathing sites. Yes, that is very important. The mosquitoes will always be with us. But if there's no breeding sites for them, then we can control these mosquitoes in our area. It's not new to you to know that you cover up your drums, you get rid of the whole cans and the old tins, and all the things that old tires, chop down the bush, and keep this place. I don't know if it's because we are here, but we want it to keep like this all the time. And in your home, your school environment. So the vector team is out. They have been out, right? They have visited all the schools. They do fogging. They look at the area. They take samples. They do a report. They take it back to the health department, and they let us know what is happening. No, we can do something. Keep the environment clean. If you think that you are sick and that this is the main thing now, since we cannot get rid of these mosquitoes and some of the breathing sites, we're not getting rid of them. If you think you're feeling sick and it's a dengue you're getting, please do not stay at home. Find yourself at the nearest health center or a doctor to seek medical attention. Remember, there are two strains of this virus. You have the dengue fever and you have the dengue hemorrhagic fever. The dengue fever, it's a mild form of this virus. It comes with the aches and the pain and the fever. But when it gets to the dengue hemorrhagic fever, it comes with the bleeding from the nostrils, the eyes, the gum. It can be internally. It comes with fainting, dizzy spells, vomiting, bellyache, and that's when it's really bad. Watch your children carefully. Listen to them. Don't stay at home and try home remedies. Remember, you cannot take any pain tablet that has aspirin. Aspirin is a blood thinning agent, and if you are hemorrhaging and you take that medication, you're gonna bleed to death much quicker. Keep mosquito repellents at home. There's a chemical in it by the name of DEET. The mosquitoes do not like the smell of it, and as long as it's on your body, they'll keep away from you. So there's something that we can do. Start cleaning up the place, get rid of all of these things. And if you start a campaign in your area to get rid of some of these breeding sites, I know that if you tell Mr. Wint about it, he'll arrange for a truck, right? From Parish Council to come up and take these things for you. Remember, our health is our wealth, and it's very important to us. So let's take care of our communities, and our community will take care of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Your Worship, Mr. Davis, Councilor Wint, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I greet you well. My name is Ron Winter. I'm Sergeant of Police in charge of the Springmount Police Station. I've been there for pretty near 3 months. Some might have known me, some first time meeting me. Not too late for a meeting. Just to tell a little bit about myself, I'm a 30-year-old veteran in this organization. I have been to hell and back, right? I'm somewhat disappointed this afternoon because all the information that has been passed, no, the citizens of this community, we can do better. There should be no empty chairs here. This information that is passed
We are talking about water. We are talking about health. I know the mayor is burning to let you know what is happening. And I don't want you to think this of a political meeting. I've been coming the road. I am here muttering, grumbling about. I'm not going to no politics meeting, no labor meeting. Foolishness. You should be here in this. You are the members of this community to come here. Hear what is happening in your community. I'm having a problem with this community as well. We are harboring thieves and criminals. Since I've been here, I've done my homework and I'm getting that result. Thieves from neighboring parishes. Why do you have criminals to come and mash up your community? They are coming from Montego Bay. They are coming from neighboring St. Elizabeth. We need to stop. Let them know there's no hiding place in Springfield and surrounding areas for them. We need to get them out of the place. Foolish people are telling me that I don't trust the police to pass information. There are so many mediums. There are so many. You don't have to talk to the sergeant. Talk to your political representative. You have 311. You have 119. They don't even know who's calling. Let us get to basics. Leave those foolishness behind. The young ones need somewhere to grow. 2030 vision. Good? So you know it all. Let us work together as a community. My intention, sir, is to be at Springmount for a while, so I intend to put the work out. I like this community. However, I also have my concerns. My concern is with the condition of the road. I would like to respond in quick time when I get a report. This community, this police in here, I think is the largest in Jamaica. It stems from John's Hall, go straight back to St. Elizabeth border. Right, we need to respond and serve the citizens here well. I don't want to be a sleeping police, Mr. Mayor. I want to respond in quick time. So I need help in that regard as well. There are concerns about the state of emergency coming to an end. So I'm here to assure you and to reassure you. The intensity of the security force will not stop. And Mr. Mayor can support me on that. It might not be the powers that was given to us a year ago. However, I'm going to misbehave where we're dealing with the same way. We need the support of this community. We cannot do it alone. The station is understaffed. Compared to a community where about like one police to 100 citizens. We need help to support you and you support us. Oftentimes, person will have concern with the behavioral police. Before we were machines, though, we were human beings. When I say machines, police are seen as robots. Machines, we are human beings as well. So help us, cooperate with us, and we'll cooperate with you. The citizens have rights. The police also have rights. Let us work together as a team, as a community, and I'm sure we will kill this monster called crime. So I'm begging and pleading of you. I don't like to beg, but I'm pleading and begging of you this afternoon. Stop harboring those criminals from your parishes. That is our biggest problem. We have 2 murders since the start of the year. One in Johnson, one in Summerhill. We don't need that. This used to be a farming community. Now we are farming guns. We are farming phones that bring murders and mayhem to this community and surrounding communities. I am not from St. James, I'm from St. Catherine. I used to hear about Springmount, Springfield, Maroon Town. Now when I go to top level meetings, they are here in the red zone. Should not be. Shouldn't be. As a farming community. So let us work together, support each other, so that we can bring back this community to what it used to be. Thank you very much.
Bobart TV.
Hey,
bigger than such representing.
You know this is Nitro, NYTRO.
You're in tune to Bobart TV. What make you never have a what CD? You can fling with your DVD. Keep you locked to Bobart TV. And we are locked on the whole country. From Mobiego straight to Senti. Tune in when you're there watching. This is Bobart TV.
Well, I must say good evening again.
Good evening again. Okay. I want to know that you are here with us. Now, 2 years and actually 2 months being a councillor in Welcome Division. Now, it is a great challenge for me. And when I say a great challenge, wasn't that of a political person, but a people person, a community person, coming into politics and to help others, because people need help. And when people need help, they look to you to help them. So you have to help them when you can. Now, coming to Welcome All, there is a lot of challenges, plenty. Welcome All, not in Welcome All district, but Welcome All division. There's a lot of areas that were neglected. Now we see we are not in Spring Gardens, we are over 31 years. Persons up to even 34 years old telling me that they don't know how to bathe under a shower. They know how to bathe from foot up. But thank God, they have a representative who make the bathing from head down now. And we do this thing as a teamwork. We don't do it as it would say. We don't do it for a hype. We do it because people need to be represented. And we do it from our heart. So this is a team effort through the mayor. And it's a team effort through the mayor and the rest of councillors at the parish council that we are pushed to do some things in this area, because the MPs have a different statute from that what we are, and the help that we would need to help the citizens of the Welcome All division, we are not getting that help. So we have to use strategies at the council through our mayor to get things done. Now, the challenges that we have, people always call me in this area to chuck water to them. And we chuck water when we can. And we had previous meetings, and this is a thing with this area, Sarge, that when you call a meeting, you don't get the support to come to a meeting to understand what the thing is and how it works. Now, when you keep a meeting and you give out certain instructions for things to come in the area, now most people work. And when you are at work and we send water up here, you will not get any. So some persons will quarrel that they don't get any water. But at least the water will be here. Now, another thing that minor water supply at the parish council, when the money is in that area for doing chucking of water, when we have meetings, we ask persons at the meetings, do you want the chuck water or you want the water in the pipe? And majority would say, try and see how we can get at the pipe. So in areas that don't have any water, we try and to make them have it. Spring Garden is one such area. Now down in Mount Orb, Plum District, they did some road work a few years ago and damaged the pipe under the road, and they're not getting any water. We put in some water, up some pipes in some areas that never had any before. We buy some pipes, and now we are waiting on rural water now to come and put in a bigger pipe to upgrade the system to Plum. And now that system we're waiting on it by the end of the month to go ahead. Now, there are some roads that were in some deplorable condition. We try to get the rest of roads that in other years. I know that persons keep seeing road work going on, and the next thing they ask me, when my road is going to be done. Now, it takes some time. As I was explaining that we do have an MP to back us up, so whenever we have the lump sum, we put it to each road. Now, when I just came in as a councillor, the first road I got fixed was a farm road in Mafuta. Now this area is the economic basket of St. James, one off, in which farmers have their produce to take out of the area, and the road was in deplorable condition, so they when they would hire a pickup or a truck to go for their food stuff, nobody want to go there. And they was giving up hope of giving up the farm or stop farming. So when I help them out with this road, it encouraged others now to go in and farm. So we see an increase of farmers in Mafuta. Spring Garden was the second road that I did, in which that we want access to where the water was. So that was one of the areas that we did the road, and then the pipeline was afterwards. So then there was a request for another road. And Sarge, I must say that my motto is to connect communities. Now there's a contractor in the area of St. James right now doing a road in Samatan Division, in which they'll start the Hampton through to Guinea Hill Road will be resurfaced, rehabilitated. And we were there week before last, and now they started this week in Samatan, so as soon as they finish, they'll come and asphalt that road right through. Now, I'm in dialogue with yours truly, the mayor. He's the chairman for World Water. Now, when I see how there's no water in this area for some years, persons here can tell how long there's no water, especially persons who live in Guinea Hill. There's ever no water at Guinea Hill for a very long time. And my aim to see Guinea Hill have water. So if my aim is to see Guinea Hill have water, this area will have water too. So we are trying to see what we can do. So putting that road through to Guinea Hill is trying to make the water to come to this tank easier, to show Water Commission a shorter route, because it have to do 7 kilometers to come right here, when it could do 1.5 kilometers to come to the tank, because the road through Guinea Hill is a very short area to bring it here. Now, we realized that the Springfield Clinic, when I went there, you know, country people know the term tanning wood. The clinic was in a tanning wood. And now, when we start to work to clean up the road, persons were saying, why am I doing? Foolish am I doing? Now, it's a highway, the new term, carpet to the clinic. And we did some work at the Labor Day gone, that we helped to restore back a tank they have down there and paint up the area. And we'll continue to see what we can do with these health centers. Recently, there's a road in Cottage Road. I don't remember the road name. Bruce Lane, where a truck trying to bring some material around here for somebody who's trying to make better off their life in building a house. And the road couldn't accommodate the truck because there was an edge of the road keep tearing away. And with the help of the mayor, we moved for an emergency fund to build a wall in this area. And this wall is now completed. And we are seeking to get funds to complete this road from one end to the next. At the other side, we call it German Road. So that is another aspect of it to get it finished. Now, the Sarge asks about, we want to see the roads fixed. The road is about, the main road is NWA road, in which the mayor would tell you that the MP is in charge of. We are only in charge of Porcal roads. So when I can give you a carpet road through Guinea Hill and come up, and I can give it at Spring Garden and the clinic and so on, the main road would be the Member of Parliament. Anyway, from Anchovy to Mount Orb was in a very deplorable state. And we put together some $3 million through the mayor. And we did some work on the Anchovy to Mount Road, Main Road, and have it in a more comfortable way. That work is completed. The drains, we try to make sure that areas where water logged and so on, even for this time where they're complaining about the dengue, we have some areas where in the valley. Now up in this area you hardly have any drainage like backlog of water because we have more sinkholes and the elevation is up here is nearly 1,800 feet. So as the rain fall, the water go downhill. But I hear like in Mafuta and over by Cambridge are two serious main areas. I was trying to try to mitigate a section of Cambridge where anytime it rains, nobody can go to Cambridge. On the train line there was a drain there wherein that the water would flow off Bullman Road on the train line and go into the Seven Rivers. Now, because the train line, the railway corporation is not in operation, that drain no longer clean. So recently, I sent an excavator there and we clean a part of that drain to stop flooding in that area. And it restores some normalcy where persons who were farming on lands there, over the years, it does become a wetland in which it wasn't before, and they were wondering what was happening. And in Mafuta area called Farm, the same thing was happening in Farm, where farmers were pushed away off about 1,000-acre property in all, where it was becoming a wetland. And when I sent an excavator there and cut the drains, no more mosquito, no more swamping, and they're back to their regular farming after how many years. So we are getting somewhere, and now persons are probably wondering how these things come to me. I am an engineer by profession before politics, and I am in equipment business, so I really understand how these things work, flooding and so on. So to mitigate against it, we work in areas that is most important. Now, I couldn't go without touching on back to school programs. Since I'm there 2 years, we have given out, Welcome All Division have received nearly 1.5 million in back to school vouchers and so on, helping some needy kids to back to school to get books and so on. And I wish we could do more, and hoping to see that we'll do better this year than we do last year. Now, we are looking on the way forward and what we are expecting and what we'll be doing. Now, tomorrow morning, we'll be commencing a road called Jericho Road in Mount Road, Plum. That road brings you straight through to Garland. We'll do some 500 meters of Barber Green in that road, and it will start tomorrow morning. Now, this month for me is another lump sum month where we use those money to spend on the road. We try to make everywhere comfortable as we can. Now, I'm glad that Missy Burt is here to hear that. Our road will be starting at the end of this month. Some 450 meters will be carpeted in Bullman Road over in Cambridge. There are some outstanding issues with street light, and that is a serious issue in every community, every district in Welcome Hall. And I'm sorry that JPS is not here to hear the complaints. Now JPS tell us that due to the state of emergency, they would use the areas from the police. So the Sergeant explained of this area is in the red area. Now this area becoming the red area late because other red areas are fully light up with new lights and we are left in the dark. And this corridor alone from here to Cambridge, we have over 30 lights that are not working. And we still await them to come and help us to get this street light work. It's not that I'm not trying, I tried. But they are keep explaining to us that they are mandated to do the built up areas and the trouble areas first. So I don't want anybody to have it that we're going to give trouble to get light. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give no trouble. But another area which I will notify, I know that this is not the area, but the mayor never remember to do this part, but we got some commitment that the top rope and the bottom rope system will be improved with some $40 million coming the next budget year. That's by March, April. To upgrade the system, that Maroon Town will have water for the first time in how many years. And we're not just here preaching any politics, but to give you hope that we are here to serve you, and we are here to serve you well. I did a speech this morning, or from yesterday, to come here today. But what had transpired, I threw away that speech. Because guess what? The same speech that I wrote, I can't speak from my heart. Because for me to be a representative, you have to first to love yourself, to love me. Am I speaking the truth? Okay. So for me to represent you, I want you to help me to help you. Now, there's a lot of issues that we need to address. And I know that you are here to help me to help you. But this is another way we can do it. I want you to take my number and feel free to call me. If you call me, you can't get me on WhatsApp, please send me a message and let me know who you are. I'll respond to you. Because if I'm at council and I'm in a meeting or I'm in a meeting somewhere, I can't answer the phone. Persons probably think they're calling me and can't get me. Now I'm having an issue where I'm living in Mafuta, where the entire area is out of phone service for the past 3 months. So when I'm home, there's no call, I can't get no call. So that is another issue for me. So I have spoken to the CEO of Digicel, and they are looking in the matter. I sent them an email and they are yet to respond to me. I'll do a follow-up tomorrow to see what I can do. So we represent in all aspects. Even if you have a phone problem here, we can get in touch with the relevant persons. And I thank you all for coming out, and we'll... Oh, 553-4139. Okay.
Babat's TV.
Hey,
Bigger than such a present.
you know this is Nitro.
My name is Norma Allardyce. I'm from Providence. I have a question, police, and to the mayor about the bags. I know Mr. Davis when I was a teenager as a police, and I'm asking him to answer this question for me. Suppose I go to the police station and see a police there, and I said, what is your name? How should that police answer?
I'm supposed to tell you his name. There shouldn't be any name.
Well, I'm here this evening listening to a 30-year person as veteran in the police force. And I went there and I asked this man his name. And I won't tell you what he answered me say, but it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant. So I said to him, you are here, and each time I hear that, we should have a relationship with the police. And if you cannot tell me your name, how can we have a relationship? And he's here this evening to tell us that we should not harbor, and he's giving you 311 and whatever, and you meet him in person and that person don't answer you the right way, tell me, how are we going to deal with it?
That is a difficult one. But sometimes we have to forgive.
Listen to me, sir. Me not talk about no forgiveness, cause me know if forgive. But I'm here with my issue. When me come, and guess what? Me no have to ask me name, no, cause me know a number in my head. And me know where to go. So listen to me. I want to tell this policeman who is sitting in front of me this evening that no matter what situation you are, to whom much is given, much is expected. And when we come there, if we are to talk to you, you are to talk to us properly. If you even have a problem, we must control ourselves. Because me they look up to you, and if you know want help from people and deal with we in some ways, you're not going to get no help. I want you to answer us. I hear where you see on the TV, you have 30,000 bags to distribute to the people in the Charles Garden Market. That's where I work. And all know we don't get any bags. So the answer.
Thanks. Let me answer you about the bags. The bags will be distributed. You will get some bags in the Charles Garden Market. It was about 2 days ago, I was called by the minister and told that the bags will be handed over to the municipalities between the 19th and the 21st of this month. So when the distribution is to take place, you can rest assured, I am one man. Whatever commitment that I give, you know, I normally deliver on it. But there was an issue because, you know, it was immediately after the ban, and then a lot of persons were making bags and stuff like that. So the bags that they ordered, they just weren't able to get it off.
One more question.
Well, you'll get the bags.
Let me just one more question and just sit. Mr. Mayor, we have a manager in the market. Mr. Mac. Mr. Mac, now stand up, we talk to us, you know. You see the man there in a green shirt? Him should have been the manager.
All right, thank you.
Alright, just a second, ladies and gentlemen. The Sergeant Winter will respond.
Hold on. I can see, I don't know your name. I can see that you have issues. However, if you listen during my presentation, I said we are human beings before we became machines. I remember you, of course, you came to the police station. You had a concern with your son, some bus or some engine being taken. Yes, listen, being taken away. Investigation was going on. The engine was suspected to be stolen. That was in, listen, let me address you, please. The engine was suspected to be stolen. That was in the bus of your son. However, I refused to speak to you that day because of your mannerism. I refuse to speak to you. Listen to me, we're not arguing. We're not arguing. When you approach me, the approach that you made, I refused to answer you, of course. I asked you, do you have a report? That was my question to you. You started, so I left you there. I don't think, I am not sorry I did. I am not apologizing. I'm not apologizing that I did. So if you don't, like my action and reaction, that is it.
All right, thank you very much, Sarge. Another question, please. Yes, ma'am. May I have your name and where you're from, please? Yes, go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Karine Brennan Allen. I'm from Guinea Hill. I operate a little grocery shop right at the front. My mom is there during the day. I have a concern in regards to the street lights. So I'm in the middle. You have one light here, one down here. None of them work. One was recently placed on Guinea Hill, right at my gate there. It's always dark. It was working in and out, and then it's gone completely. I've called several times to report it. I haven't seen anything. I'm concerned about that because my mom is a woman, I'm a woman. Most times I'm at work and she's there by herself. We need light. Another concern, I hear a big concern about the tank. My concern about the tank is not who it belongs to, is why we're not getting any water in it. So, Mr. Wint, you said you've been here for 2 years and 2 months. It's the first time I'm seeing you. And I have been carrying water from my workplace in Montego Bay at ACT, where I work. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm not supposed to be lifting load, but I have to be lifting load after living in a community for 39 years. No water. We have springs below where I live in Guinea Hill there. There are 2 springs down there. There are springs up the road. There was a tank up there. I've heard several times that they're going to put water in the tank up there. No water. So for me, I would like to get answers. I do not want to hear promises because we have been promised. After 30 years, my daughter is 17 years old, and if I don't buy water put in the tank, she cannot bathe on her shower. I get a water bill every month up until now for water that I don't get in pipe. So I would like, these are my main concerns. So the water tank there, from it has been there, the only person I know of put water in there was Mr. Kelly. I have come here several times after 10 coming from work to carry water with my kids. This is unacceptable. We are here to work with you, but if you're not working with me, we can't work with you.
Well, I was explaining in my presentation what our plans are having water here. Now, Mr. Roach from the Water Commission has explained a short while ago the water that supply this area runs through Rushy Road, through to Kalinda, up Barnet Bush, and get here, which is 7 kilometers. Now, these pipelines are made of asbestos, 6 inches asbestos pipe. These pipe joints are only 10 feet to each joint. We were anticipating that they were 20.
Mr. Beckford.
Yes, Mr. David.
Mr. Beckford. Mr. Beckford.
Hello.
Citizens. Those who understand me, when it comes to water, when it comes to road, when it comes to light, there must be no color in that. When a road is fixed, it is for the benefit of the citizen. When the light is working, it is to the benefit of the citizen. When the water is running, it is to the benefit of the citizen. And no, Mr. Beckford, I understand what you're saying, but when those things happen, I can't be responsible for what you go down the road and do, you know. Right? When you go down the road and you do something and say it's because you had this or because you had that, you're not doing it on my behalf, you know. So if somebody come here and act acting like that, then you can't be acting on my behalf. So let us understand that. When we provide amenities for citizens, it's for the citizens. And no person can go there and use any political flavor or color. Because this is what has been messing us up for a very long time. Right? Right? We are people first, Mr. Beckford. And this is why for me, I don't get involved in things to do in community as it relates to sides. Because you see when I gone and you take sick, it's a PNP man that come lift you up and carry you. Or another man come lift you up and carry you. So I don't get involved. I try to make peace at all times.
Exactly.
Right? So understand that. Agreed. If Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Fowles come out of them grave, they must get some water. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a wonderful note on which we can... All right, while we're ending, you have one question? Yes, quickly please.
Good afternoon.
Remember your name and where you're from.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. My name is Desmond Linton. I'm right here in Welcome Hall. I live. I heard the mayor said that he's going to have a meeting, I think, with JPS, I think Tuesday. There is a pole. I don't know. When you finish, you can look at it. Concrete pole right there. It's leaning away to the gully. I went there Thursday. That was the last report. I went there Thursday. I even have pictures of it on my phone to show them. They told me that they would send somebody 1 to 6 hours time. In the night, they called, they asked again for the location. I was looking for them. I said, why would they come in the night? Because they can't do that work in the night. Friday all day, they didn't come. Yesterday all day, they didn't come. So I'm wondering, if that's how public utilities in this country work. They wait until somebody dies and then they come on the TV and say that they are extending condolences to the family. I don't want them to come and extend no condolences to no family up here. I want them to come. These are simple needs: a brace, a pole on that side of the road, and just to pull up bucket. No, it is pulling my service wire because it at one time it had broken off the ground. Yeah, and I had to get it corrected because you see, it's that era it would be their fault because it's before the meter, so it would be their fault. And the second, just quickly, Mr. Sergeant of Police, yes sir. This is a little what I would call a close-knit community. Most of us here live in Springfield. We know each other, whether we are PNP or JP. We know each other, right? We go each other and so on. But on a matter of reports going to making at the station, that little building up there, I operate what I would call a little household chemical shop. You weren't there at the station at the time, But it got robbed twice. The second time it got robbed, they took every single thing out of it, right? When I went to the station and the officer came to look at it, what he told me was simply this: the place is not secure to do business. About a month after that, I heard that the bank in Falmouth was robbed. So I wonder what the policemen told them at the bank. Seeing that my little place is not secure to do business, what did they tell the person at the bank? Because you see, we don't expect in a little community like this, the policemen to be coming out to tell us and giving us answers like that. To say, boy, we place because it's not built out of concrete and steel. It is not of no concern of theirs. Because if I were that person to go and retaliate and find the person who did it now, then now they will say that I'm taking the law in my own hands.
All right, thank you, sir. Let Sergeant respond.
Your concern is, sir, the sentiments that the police officer echoed. I will apologize to you for that, even though I was not at this division in that time. And I promise you, I give you my commitment, I will have worked with my staff to never ever repeat those sentiments to the citizens of this beautiful community.
All right, thank you, sir. Sir, you have a question? This is the final question for this evening. Thank you.
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, may I have your name and where you're from, sir?
My name is Richard Blackella. a business owner in this community, Kensington Auto and Hardware. I'm from Kensington as well. I'm asking the question, what are the plans, because I was a bit late though, what are the plans that we have in terms of policing for this area? Because as the gentleman shared, I have a similar experience. There was an attempted robbery to my establishment some times ago. And when in the morning when the officer came and looked at the thing, he said to me that, me know said they couldn't break in them. That was the response from the officer. And I know that if they had enough time,
1 hour,
they would have gone inside there. It was a resident from our community heard what was happening and raised an alarm that stopped them from went inside the building. However, what are the plans that you have for the policing of this community, and also is there any plans for the youths of this community?
Sergeant?
You listen now. The plans we have, we continue to do our foot and mobile patrol. We continue to have meetings to sensitize persons what to do, what not to do to make your place a hard target as it relates to criminal activities. I have started those meetings since I've been here from Johnson. I've actually, this community was slated from last month. However, I got communications through the office of the mayor to skip. I went to Spring Gardens instead. For the youths, anywhere we have gone to, we have always asked for clubs. What is happening to the clubs? We are not asking you for a police youth club because persons seem to shy away when it comes to the name police youth club. We have gone into schools. We have spoke to guidance counselors. Have meetings, however, the response has been poor. So seeing that you are a businessman in this area and you have that concern, I am open to have dialogue with you as it relates to that.
I don't know how long since you have been here. Are you the sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Evident.
Well, I don't know you, so that's the reason why I'm saying that. I'm asking a question. I don't know how long you have been here, but it's the first I really seen you. So I think as business owner, and if you are starting to come inside these areas, you need to meet with business owners and assure them that we're crime plan. Make clear your crime plan to them, and so that we can see where we can help going forward.
Sir, if I might interject,
a community effort.
Yes, before you, well, you said you got here late, but Sergeant made an extensive presentation earlier. I'm sorry, we have it for the record, so if you want, we could give you some information, all right? I don't want for him now to go over what he said earlier again, all right? With respect, all right?
Where's your business place?
Kensington Auto and Hardware.
All right, the final question, and this is the last and final question for emphasis.
Well, I'm a banana farmer. I'm a banana farmer, member of RADA, and also Banana Growers Association. We have our meeting in Kensington at the community center. So I'm the PR person for that. So yes. All right, but the reason I'm just clarifying to you that I'm not just media, I'm a banana farmer. And I'm a citizen and a caretaker. You know that. Well, I remember in front of the police station was very, very bad. The road was bad, and the police congratulate me for highlighting it on Bob Art's television. So, you know, Mr. Bartlett fix it. But the main reason I want to commend the Johnson, the Springmount police station about catching our little petty thieves in the pretty larceny. You know, because I see 7 of my jackfruit beside my jackfruit tree. So me mark it with a little stick and I take picture and I drop it off down at the police station. And we identify the vehicle that the pretty lastness was moving with, and they were able to lock him up with the jackfruit. So it worked. It worked. But the problem I have, I didn't want to press charges because, you know, as a Rasta man, I don't like the courthouse thing. But I wanted them to send him down to Freeport so he can be with some hardened prisoners and get set up on things. But I didn't want to go that way. But there's something have to be done though with the pretty lastness. A lot of people, a lot of young men dress up with their pants up here so and there so down there so who at the market every day and never plant a seed. We would love the Springmount police station to stop every vehicle going down the hill and get some radar paper from them. Because it's too much now. We can't take it no longer. See? Thank you very much for your kind work, though. And the next thing, we would love for you to have a meeting with us in Point. We have a club in Point, and a lot of young people come there. We'd love for you to arrange a meeting, and I will publicize it and legalize it too. Respect.
Mr. Black, we started doing some from that incident. And the meeting at Point, we actually set a date for the 21st, so you can spread it. We'll go around
reggae man.
We'll come in the Point Square,
And I know the road was in the pipeline for a long time. I'm glad to open it because Point Square is nice. Respect Mr. Looking forward to see you as the next member of Parliament.
Alright, thank you.
Never know a Ross of the prettiest car. Fruit punch, all kind of roots in our bar. Everything straight where you sit in our place, cause you can't shake it in a Selassie I par. Now Empress there, they need to know this. Some born and raised and some are tourists. Them a go on like say Ross now have fun. Chalice a blaze from sun up to sundown. Yeah, everything done upload. Every Rasta we see me make them proud. Fresh like out on the ghost with a green letter prince and princess, kings and queens. Yeah, everything done upload. Every bubble we see me make them proud. Fresh like water on the ghost with a green letter prince and princess, kings and queens. Healthy living and that the Rasta promote. No man is water cause we no yam goat. You can get a cup of sip spring water with it. We no yam nothing where you have to tie with the rope. Me a bar with Kalanji and some bone. Me fresh cause me a drink wine from noon. Me no want see no baloney, no pepperoni. Me vegetable stew that no have nothing bony. Yeah, everything done upload. Every Rasta we see me make them proud. Fresh like water on the ghost with a green letter prince and princess, kings and queens. Yeah, everything done upload. Every bubble we see me make them proud. Fresh like water on the ghost with a green letter prince and princess, kings and queens.